Donald Trump, a name that evokes strong opinions across the globe. From his business empire to the 45th presidency of the United States, Trump's journey is as controversial as it is fascinating. But today, we are not just talking about Trump the politician or businessman. We are diving into a topic that remains highly debated: the influence of billionaires backing Trump, and how this support is often framed as generosity, while critics see it as a strategic path to power. Millions of dollars have flowed into Trump's campaigns, initiatives, and political endeavors. The question is, how much of this money is genuine philanthropy, and how much is a calculated effort to secure political influence? Today, we will break it down. Donald Trump has always attracted wealthy supporters. During his presidential campaigns, he was backed by some of the richest individuals in the United States. From hedge fund magnates to tech billionaires, the list is long. For instance, Jeff Yass, co-founder of Susquehanna International Group, has contributed hundreds of millions to political campaigns supporting policies aligned with his personal interests, such as school vouchers and education reform. Then there's Michael and Susan Dell, who pledged a staggering $6.25 billion for a new initiative known as Trump Accounts, designed to provide U.S. children with financial security. On the surface, this sounds like a purely philanthropic effort. Yet, critics argue that it reflects a broader strategy to shape public policy in ways that favor wealthy individuals and corporations, while also enhancing their public image. Let's unpack this idea of generosity. When billionaires contribute huge sums to causes tied to a political figure, it is often presented in the media as philanthropy, a noble effort to make society better. But beneath this generosity often lies influence. Large donations can provide direct access to policymakers, sway legislation, and even result in appointments or favorable regulations. Take the example of school vouchers. Jeff Yass has been a long-time advocate of these programs. His donations to Trump-aligned campaigns ensure that policies reflecting his vision gain traction. This is not just charity, this is strategic influence. Similarly, the Dell family's Trump Accounts initiative, while seemingly beneficial for children, also aligns with tax advantages and policy reforms that could benefit wealthy contributors. Transparency remains a challenge, as the precise impact of such donations on policy decisions is often opaque. The way these donations are framed matters a lot. In media coverage, large contributions by billionaires are often labeled as acts of generosity. This creates a perception that these individuals are altruistic, socially responsible, and committed to public good. However, critics warn that such framing can mislead the public into equating wealth with virtue. This dynamic also affects how voters perceive Trump himself. Being backed by billionaires gives an aura of legitimacy and financial clout. But it also raises questions: is Trump shaping his policies to serve the people, or is he serving the interests of his wealthy backers? Media plays a crucial role here. Outlets that emphasize the charitable aspects of donations reinforce the image of generosity, while investigative reporting highlights the potential for political manipulation. The tug-of-war between these narratives shapes public understanding of political finance in America today. Beyond perception, billionaire donations can shape real policy. Education, taxation, and financial inclusion are areas where Trump's billionaire supporters have had notable influence. Policies like school vouchers directly benefit private educational initiatives, often at the expense of broader public education systems. Similarly, initiatives like Trump Accounts reshape the way public funds and tax incentives are distributed, often favoring wealthier donors who can participate more easily. These policy implications raise critical questions about fairness and democracy. When policies are heavily influenced by the wealthy, what happens to ordinary citizens? Are decisions being made in the public interest, or are they crafted to favor the donors who fund political campaigns? The ethical dimension cannot be ignored. There is a fine line between supporting a candidate and shaping a political agenda for personal gain. Critics argue that such contributions erode trust in democratic institutions. When billionaire donations are coupled with potential policy influence, the risk of patronage and favoritism increases. Transparency measures exist, but loopholes and complex funding channels make it difficult to track the true impact of these donations. Ethical questions arise. Should there be stricter limits on the political contributions of ultra-wealthy individuals? How can society ensure that democratic processes reflect the will of the people rather than the interests of the few? Of course, supporters of Trump and his billionaire backers offer a counterpoint. They argue that these contributions are genuine acts of generosity, aiming to improve society through education, children's welfare, and economic growth. They highlight the philanthropic track records of donors, framing support as an extension of their commitment to public good. From this perspective, billionaires are using their resources responsibly, stepping in where government or traditional institutions may be slow to act. The argument is that these initiatives complement public efforts and create opportunities for underserved communities. So, what can we take away from all this? Donald Trump's billionaire backers are shaping public perception and policy simultaneously. While donations are often framed as acts of generosity, they also carry the weight of influence. For the public, the challenge is to distinguish genuine philanthropy from strategic political investment. As we move forward, transparency, accountability, and critical analysis are essential. Understanding the motivations behind large-scale political donations helps voters make informed decisions. In the end, democracy thrives when citizens are aware of who is influencing policy and why. Trump remains a polarizing figure, and his billionaire supporters will continue to be a focal point in political discussions. Watching this dynamic unfold is crucial not just for Americans, but for anyone interested in the intersection of wealth, power, and politics. If you found this review insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth political analyses. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you see billionaire donations as generosity or influence? Thank you for watching.